My name is SW Nation, and I'm the smallest YouTuber alive. I like to stop and take the time to rank all Flash main villains from seasons 1 through season 6, ranked from worst to best. Please note that everything I say in this video is just my very own opinion. My list is certainly not the right list, it is just my list, and please feel free to comment down below your list of all main villains ranked. Without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, let's get into it. Kicking off my list at number 8, we have Cicada 2.0 from season 5. Now, this is the daughter, or I think the niece of the original Cicada, and whereas that Cicada had a very compelling story arc, this one really doesn't, and I don't know where exactly she came from. I don't really remember where she came from. All I know is that she's very boring and she killed her uncle. And it is kind of sucky how she got thwarted in the end. Coming in at number 7, we have the Thinker from season 4. Now, the thing that comes to mind when you think about the Thinker is that he's a big brain guy. He kind of looks like Brainiac, and he has brain powers. He can mind control people. And really, that's the idea that they're giving here, that we're given here, and it's not all executed very well. I feel like on paper, this type of concept would have worked. In the comics, on paper, in a novel, anything, it would have worked. But on TV, on screen, in live action, I don't know if it worked. I mean, he could just touch somebody and he takes control of them. DeVoe was not a very well-made or compelling villain for season 4, and it just kind of made me feel like he was just filler for Flash season 4. He really didn't have anything to do except for mind control people, but his powers are pretty cool. He can teleport and he can take control of people just by using this suction cup thing, and he has a floating chair, which kind of reminds me of Thanos, but Thanos is a lot better than this guy, let me tell you. But I feel like the only way that they could demonstrate his powers were in a cheap way, since they don't have a big enough budget for this show. So the way that he takes control of people is very cheap, but I like the fact that when he takes control of people, he has their powers or he has their personalities or abilities. So that's very cool. Coming in at number 6, we have Savitar from season 3. Savitar reminded me of Transformer, and I'm not a fan of Transformers. I have not seen most of the movies. I've only seen glimpses of some of the movies and the trailers, but I've never seen a Transformer movie. But Savitar looks like a big Transformer. I really wish that it wasn't another speedster, but I kind of feel like it was very cool. Very cool seeing Savitar, using speed and stuff, because it was something that we've never seen before. We've never seen a big mech suit type of guy run at insanely fast speeds, run at Mach 2. So it was kind of weird seeing this mech suit guy do that, but I kind of liked it. And spoiler alert, the reveal of Savitar, his secret identity, is Future Barry. And really, I wish that this Future Barry was not a result of what happened with the Zoom incident. I wish it was a result of Flashpoint. When Barry created Flashpoint and created this alternate timeline, that should have created an alternate Barry where it's like this evil Barry and everything like that, and then he comes over when Barry tries to fix Flashpoint. I think that would have worked better on a story level instead of it being like a direct consequence from what happened with Zoom. I wish it would have been just a direct consequence of what happened to Flashpoint just a couple episodes earlier. But they didn't choose to go that route, and I don't know why. Future Barry is a time remnant, and he killed all the other time remnants from the time remnant that Barry made in the finale of season 2 against Zoom. So it was kind of weird, but I wish they would have went that route. Kicking off my top 5 list, we have Ava McCulloch from season 6. She is actually one of the newer villains, and I wish that since coronavirus happened, we didn't have a shutdown of production, so then we could see her whole story arc play out. But in the second half of season 6 of Flash, we actually see Ava McCulloch. She's actually one of those villains that don't think that she's the villain. You kind of side with her on a little bit of stuff. Like, her husband took her fortune, her husband took everything when he thought that she was dead. So you kind of feel for her a little bit. And even inside of that mirror dimension, that mirrorverse, I guess that's what they're calling it, she was actually going a little bit crazy, and you kind of feel for her, and you have a little bit of an emotional tie to her because you feel sorry for her and what happened. And then her story arc kind of gets, concluded in the season finale with her killing her husband. I thought that was pretty nice, but I wish we could have saw how it would have played out in the entire season. She's also the female version of Mirror Master. Just throwing it out there. Coming in fourth place, we have Cicada from season 5. Really, you can actually get behind Cicada because he's actually this guy that wants to help his niece, or I think that's his daughter, I don't know. But he actually wants to help her, and he's also a metahuman killer. What more do you need to know about this guy? I mean, he actually killed metahumans. He's actually pretty nice. His powers are kind of simple, it kind of reminds me of Captain Boomerang. He throws the little lightning rod thing. It comes right back at him. It's very sharp at the edges so he can stab people with it. It's pretty cool. And he also has like this thing where like he can warp people, so like he can jump really high, and he can also like grab onto people using like these beams. It's a very cool power set, and I like the way that they utilize his character inside of season 5. But then they also give him a redeeming character arc because he actually takes the metahuman cure to save his daughter/niece. So it was pretty nice seeing that. And then he dies at the end. Spoiler alert. Kicking off my top 3 list, we have BloodWork from the first half of season 6. Now really, BloodWork is one of those villains that's pretty forgettable, especially since we just had season 6 come out. But I think BloodWork is actually a very compelling villain. Before I did this recording, I didn't know much about BloodWork. I wasn't paying that much attention to him at the beginning of season 6 because he was just a throwaway because Crisis was coming. I mean, when they kind of ended his little character arc there, Crisis was the next episode. So I kind of thought that this guy was just filler just to get to Crisis. But really, it actually has a lot of moving points for Barry. Barry was supposed to die in Crisis. Obviously, he didn't. But BloodWork was the thing that Ramsey kind of, confronted Barry with to see, like, hey, you can use this and you won't die during Crisis. You'll have a long life. And it kind of corrupted Barry. And what Ramsey wants to do, he wants to cure all life. He wants to bring life back. He doesn't want anybody to die. So after a long conversation with his mother, you finally can really resonate with this person as a character. And also, he turns into a giant, bloody, murky, black CGI monster. So that's something. Our runner-up in second place, we have Zoom from season 2. Zoom is actually one of those villains that a lot of people might have at number 1 on their list. And at first, I really thought that too. But Zoom is just another speedster from someone that we've already had, if not faster. But I think what Zoom has just a little bit lower is that he's not intimidating enough, because we already had an intimidating speedster, and this speedster is not really that much intimidating. I mean, he has the black, and he has like the black suit and everything, and he killed Barry's dad, but really, that's all. I mean, he's really not that much intimidating, not like Prometheus or Reverse Flash. So really, I didn't find him that much of a villain, more as a character for Barry to thwart. And Barry did that. I mean, Zoom actually broke Barry. In his second season, Oliver took 5 seasons to get broken, and Barry only took 2. That shows how much of a good villain this guy is. But the only reason why he's lower, for the reasons that I just explained, and the fact that his ending was horrible. The time wraiths came through the Speed Force and got him and turned him into Black Flash. Zoom is dead. Hunter Zolomon is dead. It's Black Flash now. That's not... I didn't like that. Not at all. But coming in at my number 1 has got to go to Reverse Flash. Now, Reverse Flash is actually 2 people. We have Harrison Wells and we have Eobard Thawne. And really, the Harrison Wells one I find is more intimidating. Throughout the entire first season, Harrison Wells was this guy that, he had a mystery. He had the yellow suit that was inside of Barry's house that night when his mother died. And, throughout the season, we actually progressed and we actually saw that this guy is actually Reverse Flash. Harrison Wells, the guy that's actually helping Barry, is Reverse Flash. And he's just such a great villain. Tom Cavanaugh plays this guy very well, and no wonder why the Arrowverse do not want to get rid of him, because he plays his character very well. I mean, they even have this one scene where Barry asks him, "Why did you kill my mother?" And this was his response.
Why did you kill my mother? Because I hate you.
Such a powerful line, because he has no reason. He has no reason but hate. He hates Barry. And that's what I love about this character, because he doesn't have to have a character arc. He doesn't have to have a reason for anything, because he's just evil. That's what I love about him. And then we get the DC Legends. Tom Cavanaugh is not there. He's a Flash character. You know, he has other Harrison Wells. Eobard Thawne is the villain of DC Legends Season 2. And he has his regular face. I don't like his regular face. I don't. He's alright in some sense, but Eobard Thawne is just not a great looking face. If they would have kept Tom Cavanaugh in DC Legends, I think it would have been better. I think that's why they kept him as Reverse Flash in Crisis on Earth X instead of having a Nazi Flash, because Tom Cavanaugh is amazing in Reverse Flash. And if you're a fan of the Flash, and definitely a fan of Reverse Flash, Tom Cavanaugh gives you everything that you want in a villain. Alright guys, that is it for the ranking. Please note that everything I say in this video is just my very own opinion. My list is certainly not the right list, it is just my list. And please feel free to comment down below your list of all main Flash villains ranked from worst to best, or you could just do your favorite. If you're a fan of the Arrowverse, then check out that playlist up above for everything Arrowverse related that I have on my channel. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.
I am the Flash.